Welcome back, everybody! We are here in our second 3-map series of the day, or the 4th map of the day, however you want to look at it. But this is going to be 2 new teams for the next 3 maps. We are going to be having the ImpromptuRoleSwapCrew on the left-hand side versus Exodia stack. And we've got a little bit of housekeeping for all of you. Let me get this command in chat so it's easy for me to read. So this is the Meta Madness style of draft tiers that are picked and played around available for future maps in the series. There are 13 restricted heroes in the entire tournament, more to be added in to a total of 25 as we progress through this entire tournament. We are in group stage day number 4 of 7 group stage days. Anduin, Blaze, Chromie, Dehaka, Genji, Hanzo, Hogger, Johanna, Junkrat, Medivh, Sergeant Hammer, Sylvanas, and Valla are all restricted, banned, unavailable for the entire tournament. If they're banned at the top of the screen, they're just wasting a ban. Bans at the top of the screen do not carry over in the series. It is only heroes that are picked and played. So Hogger, Muradin, if they're not banned away in maps 2 and 3, will be available. Now, of course, once they're played, they're unavailable for the rest of the series. So if we get a first pick Lucio can be played in map 2 and 3. Now, you might be sitting there saying, well, Bahamut, I don't know all the rules. Why are you talking about maps 2 and 3 like it's a guaranteed thing? Because it is. We are going to get 3 maps per series. We've got 9 maps in total today, and we're starting our second series. So we still have another 6 maps, including this one, for all of your viewing enjoyment. As I mentioned, it is the ImpromptuRoleSwapCrew on the left-hand side versus the Exodia stack on the right. We do have a couple subs in today, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Blood is subbing in for Hazu on the side of Exodia stack, and Hunter Orc is subbing in for I don't know exactly who on the left-hand side for ImpromptuRoleSwapCrew. But there's that first pick Lucio, as I had mentioned, and there we go. We have a player planning channel, but there's always one guy who never reads Discord until we have a pretty active group in the Discord, in the sense of, like, pretty much everyone in our D&D group reads and or interacts with the D&D Discord a couple times before the session. So I think the new channel is going to help us out a lot, and it'll squash any sort of issues of like not being on the same page between players and DM and like expectations and stuff like that. But either way, this is Tyrael Malfurion on the right side. Also, this group has been together for over a couple years, so yeah, we all kind of chat a lot.
The weight is my blade.
I'm not saying it's Cho'Gall. I'm not saying it's Cho'Gall, but the pieces of the puzzle are there for ImpromptuRoleSwapCrew. I'm just saying. It is going to be your Tyrael Malfurion, first Tyrael of the day we're seeing, as he was perma-banned in map number 1, 2, and 3 of our first 3-map series of the day. I mean, they might not, but Anubarak, Diablo, Garrosh. There was a really good Garrosh earlier today. In map number 1 of the first 3-map series, Hopaka played an insane... Hopaka ran a clinic on how to counter a Diablo with Garrosh. It was, and the funny thing too, Ross Beardall drafted the Diablo into the Garrosh, because the Garrosh was in the 1-2 slot and the Diablo was in like the 3-4 or something like that. So yeah, that's if you ever want to see like a good shutdown of a Diablo, it was also the Malfurion in that game was so on point. It was toss Groundbreaker into root with a follow-up burst. Malthael being banned away. You know, it's a safe pick if they are going into Cho'Gall. A safe pick is legitimately Greymane here. He camps really well. He pokes around the objective. He's got good mobility. He can dive in with Tyrael. Tracer's another thing to consider as well, especially with Dino on the right side. Tracer is a comfort for him. There is a Cassia, which, you know, the blinds can be something to consider, but it is going to be a Jaina with Leoric. The Jaina and Malf... Could you stop, Bandit? I know you're going fast to try and sneak in the licks before I'm not paying attention, but I see you. Stop. Jesus, dude. You give him one treat and he's like, alright, it's time to start cleaning my entire body. Last 2 picks on the left-hand side. I want the Cho'Gall. I don't think we're going to get it, but I think realistically you could look at like something like a Diablo. Zeratul coming in with the Diablo is pretty nice. The burst ability, the mobility. It's a very mobile team on the left-hand side for ImpromptuRoleSwapCrew. As Exodia stack, what do they want to finish out with? Raynor could be a consideration as he does synergize with the Jaina, as he could go into Ace in the Hole level 1. Does also give you the penetrating round. You can't pick Sergeant Hammer. What are you doing? Oh my god. It's an Abathur pick. It's Abathur. Because Sergeant Hammer and Abathur are like right next to each other within Heroes of the Storm when you're picking characters. Abathur and Sergeant Hammer are like literally like it's so close. It's so easy to accidentally you know, pick a Sergeant Hammer instead of a Abathur. Yeah, it does. It happens all the time to me too. So silly. All right. They look so yeah. StarCraft Terran unit Zerg campaign NPC. Yep. This button.
I'm here to help.
Also, LaFacia, consider making a role specifically for that one person that does not read the Discord, so they get pinged, so they constantly do read the Discord. The only way, you know, sometimes you just gotta take a horse to the actual trough. On the right side is Exodia stack with Bloodcool playing your Abathur. Dino on the Jaina. You got a Dayquaza, Leoric. Yasu is gonna be Malfurion, and Bad Benny playing Tyrael.
Oh yeah!
Hunter Orc is on that Lucio. I forgot that he spams voice lines. Sven will be playing your Zeratul for the side of ImpromptuRoleSwapCrew. You got Porky on the Diablo, a Vasilio playing Cassia, and BRB Soaking is the Sonya. Feast on Fear, Diablo level 1. What? Zeratul with the Mindhunter, as Celerando, Lucio, Seismic Slam, Sonya, and Charge Strikes for the Cassia as there's a Shadow Charge Overpower. Combination into Bad Benny. But Bad Benny seems to not be phased at all. It was more so BRB Soaking, and Porky took the brunt of that damage. We do have a Fingers of Frost for the Jaina. It is going to be Consumed Vitality for your Leoric. Pressurized Glands on the Abathur. Emerald Dreams for your Malfurion. Yep. For a second, that coloring looked a little weird. And it will be Ardent Defender for the Tyrael at level 1, those Regeneration Globes. I was going to say, Yasu is probably going to be best friends to Dino for the most part of this game, because I think Malfurion will be innervating. Yeah, I mean, it's a hyper carry Jaina, so it's you want as much innervate value into her as possible. Is this a Shando Clarity game at level 4 for Yasu? For the secondary charge of innervate? And then also, I believe, doesn't it give you cooldown reduction per regrowth applied to allied heroes, too? Dino steps up into Sven top lane, looking for the Frost Bolt, but no connection on the enemy. And this top lane camp will be pushed up. Let's take a look into mid lane and see how Tyrael is going up against this Diablo. Looks like there's a little bit of chunk onto Porky as the Fire Stomp does come out. Tyrael rotating to left side camp. Abathur's got a few mines around. Abathur applying the hat to Bad Benny. A few autos go back into them. Top lane camp pushed up onto the Sport Gate. Sven zoned a bit by Malfurion Jaina. And over in the bottom lane, Dayquaza, Wraith walking out. As Abathur will take down Sonya. We do have Malfuri and Tyrael taken down in the top lane. Nexus Force is a little too OP. Jaina's going to Hearth out for full. She's actually going to be going into the Frost Armor at level 4 right there. Okay. Malfuri in level 4. I'm watching it. I'm curious what he's going to be leaning into. The top lane camp did find quite a bit of siege over here. It seemed like Bad Benny and friends did commit heavily to pushing in. Yasuo is considering this level 4, I do believe. I think he's trying to figure out what he wants to do with it. Druin's Might into the wave. Tyrael is reciprocate level 4. We're just going to be seeing Rejuvenation. Okay. All right. I mean, both of them very strong in this setup here. Rejuvenation is the more common of the two talents, I do believe. Lucio going for channel on the objective. We do have Diablo anchoring around with Cassia as well. A little Toxic Nest will find the Cassia as they start out this left side camp. Tyrael in the mid lane is going to take a few furious blows from the Sonya, as she will be going into Shot of Fury level 4. Sorry, excuse me, Seismic Slams. I always flip those two. Jaina Blizzard onto Porky, trying to cool down Diablo. The root from Malfuri, and is there enough damage from Bad Benny? Indeed, he's gonna get his shield. The Lucio autos are not enough. And Tyrael backs away with Abathur hat. Carapace was triggered. Abathur is gonna be leaning into the Adrenal Overload. The hosts having the increased attack speed. We are gonna see a Mule level 7 for Abathur as well. Zeratul is forced on the top lane. He blinks over the wall. Malfurion is right there. He's going to blink back. Dino gets juked. But he has the Cone of Cold with the Ice Flows level 7. The Abathur hat applied, and Zeratul does go down in the top lane.
Collect the seed.
As our Twitch prediction closed out with some decent odds. Nicely done. Constantly gets a roll and individual pings is the thing. Well, then maybe they get excluded from some of the sessions. I don't know. Maybe a more aggressive reaction needs to come from the group. It's not hard to take 10 minutes to read the Discord, especially if you are getting pinged. Alrighty. Oh, 7 globes for your Tyrael. Burning Halo level 7. Porky in the top lane. Looks like Porky is going to be taken down by Jaina. Actually, Abathur steals away the kill. There's going to be a rip from Malfurion that zones the Cassia. The Blizzard comes down. The blinds are not going to be enough. The double kill picked up by Abathur, and the Inspired Minion Wave will take down top lane fort. Second objective, top center of the map. Sonya spears in, looks to clear out the wave first, and that'll save the top lane fort. Water Elemental, Judgment, Entomb, Tranquility. Abathur's holding 10. He's not Evolved Monstrosity, is he? It's Ultimate Evolution. I'm like, you got a Jaina on your team. Ultimate Evolution is going to be delicious with the Jaina. Dino summoned the Water Elemental, leaves it behind, micros it, while resetting and heading into bottom lane to maybe help out the Orc. Left side heroics are here, though, for the members of ImpromptuRoleSwapCrew. Wrath of Berserker, Ball Lightning, Apocalypse, High Five, and Might of the Nerazim. That was a really weird spear. Spear connected out of the Siege Giant, but it didn't go over the wall. Huh. Judgment from the Tyrael into Jaina burst. BRB soaking spins, but Tyrael chases in. Ball Lightning from Cassia gets the counter kill into Malfurion. Ultimate Evolution onto the Jaina. They're going to look for a big burst here. Potential into Lucio and friends. The Entomb misses. Druin's Might to try and chase in. Water Elemental is going to be summoned. The slows onto Diablo are allowing the allies to chase in. Jaina clone does have that movement speed buff, as I mentioned. And so, yeah, it's the clone a target allied hero in control for 20 seconds. Abathur has perfected the clone, granting it 20% spell power, 20% bonus attack damage, and 10% bonus movement speed. And I believe it's baseline character, so, like, you know, you don't have any of the, like, ice flow value, but I believe you have in-game level scaling value. I believe you are. It's not like a level 1 Jaina. It's level 12. I believe is the scaling of the characters as well. Shield activated by Bad Benny in bottom lane. The camp is going to push up onto the fort. BRB Soaking getting chunked quite a bit. Tower shots reducing that armor for a little as the minion wave is not there just yet. Porky gets a shadow charge. Druin's Might thrown in. A root connects onto Porky. High five from Lucio. Water Elemental is cleared away as that little sort of jingly here in the background. Jaina finishes out her Frostbite baseline and also got her level 1 finished out. About 7-second difference on those two. Wrath of Berserker activated in the mid lane. I was just looking around the objective area to see if there was going to be any pressure, but Sonya goes down in mid lane to Leoric. Dehaka had the Entomb activation. Lucio clears up the Siege Giant. And where will our next objective seed be? I wasn't really paying attention. It's going to be top left. Okay. Could be Guard and Terror summoning in favor of Exodia stack. Judgment from Tyrael into the Lucio. Diablo is going to be the true target in this moment as Porky activates an Apocalypse, trying to back away. Ice block from Jaina mitigates the stun. Tyrael now chasing on the Hunter Orc, but decides to just stay in the bush to zone or anchor for the allies. Zeratul Shimmer's been seen. Singularity Spike thrown out. Zeratul looking to chase in onto Bad Benny. I don't think he's going to find success in this kill. Wraith walk out from Leoric. Does have that Abathur hat applied. Druin's Might thrown back. Is it Holy Ground level 13? Indeed it is. Icy Veins from Jaina. That's going to be a Entomb. Ball Lightning. Tranquility from Malfurion. And Cassia does go down to Abathur hat. Actually, it might have been an Abathur clone. We do see the clone of clone of Jaina. Sven trying to get away on the right-hand side. Shadow Charge from Diablo lands into the clone. Jaina does land a Frostbolt. Moonfire from Malfurion, but I think there's a call to go for mid lane fort. They're calling for objective is what it is. Neil's still in the game? Yeah. Been there for a while, still there. Judgment from the Tyrael lands into the Lucio. Jaina has the big old burst and takes them down. Dehaka with the Skeletal Swing. Wraith walk out. It is Entomb to zone the enemies back and saves Dehaka. Does have the Spectral Leech at level 13, so we'll see Mithril Mace at 16. Water Elemental Summon to chase onto a few enemies. Gonna be microed back onto the fort here. Overgrowth Plant will expire. Top lane wave pushed up onto Keep Gate. We'll get that taken down. Mid fort falls. Zeratul managing bottom, so maybe they leave mid and they try and push into top lane Keep. BRB Soaking spinning. Root from Malfurion is good, and BRB is taken down. Guard Terror mid is still like 50%, so they've got catapulted. They've actually got 2 catapults pushing in, but there's nothing to tank tower shots. They don't want to stick around and have minus 20 armor and then get dove and bursted by the enemy. 18 on the Sonya death timer. Minion wave is about to be here. Entomb finds the Cassie. Is there a dive onto her from anything? Judgment just came off the cooldown from Material. Will he utilize it? Doesn't need to. Bad Benny holds on to that heroic as Zeratul dives in for the minion wave clear. The fort is getting, the keep is getting a little bit low. Apocalypse from Diablo. Shadow charges in. Dino is just gonna cool down that Lord of Terror. Actually, the Boat King Leoric takes him down. Water Elemental was cleared away. Blizzard down on the ground, and this is top lane keep. Cleared away by the minions at 11.5 minutes in. Siege Giants will be grabbed. A win condition is set up for the members of Exodia stack. ImpromptuRoleSwapCrew. We'll see what they're able to do as they do roll into 16s of their own just now. Let's see, I'm just curious really quickly. Abathur Soak. Oh, Zeratul's like 800 behind, so it's pretty close between Zeratul and Abathur. Nicely done from Sven, just constantly pulling an experience for the allies. Nothing really crazy to mention. I mean, Diablo build is going to be Feast on Fear. You've got Life Leech, going to be Diabolical Momentum, level 7. Looking at the Cruelty, level 13. Stunning an enemy hero with Shadow Charge or Overpower increases Diablo's attack speed by 50% for 7 seconds up to 100. And then you have Domination. Casting Overpower resets the cooldown Shadow Charge. Judgment from Tyrael, I believe, was just interrupted. Looks like, yeah, it's on a 10-second cooldown. Seed is spawning in the bottom center location. Mule healing up the bottom right fort, which was chunked a little bit. Drain, that's a really good entomb. Sonya, she gonna be able to back away safely. Wraithwalk from Leoric, there's an ultimate evolution into the Jaina. Double Jaina down on the ground, double Blizzard. Overlapping Venn diagram, Judgment from the Tyrael into Diablo. The two tanks are gonna have a small brawl as the Apocalypse does get activated. It is Dino popping that ice block right there, the Holy Ground blocking, but the Ball Lightning takes down Dino. Ball Lightning getting tons of value. Zeratul gets credit for the kill to Malfurion. Sonya takes down Leoric. This is going to be Bad Benny, able to back away. Diablo did have his souls consumed as he got 10 from the kill, but he did go down. He'll be able to respawn and take out top lane wave, and this should be objective. Bad Benny does not. He actually goes for one more delay with the Abathur hat. Hunter Orc is going to harass and chase a bit. Is there another Druid's Might over the wall? Indeed there is. Alright. BRB Soaking gets the objective. 2 out of 3 seeds. Wrath Berserker activated. Minion wave on the way. And this will be bottom lane fort taken down by ImpromptuRoleSwapCrew. But it is the big thing to mention. 9 kill difference. 20 talents here about to be here on the right side. Not too bad of a situation for Exodia stack still. Hive Mind, Angel of Justice. You actually have the Burning Despair level 20 for Leoric. No Buried Alive, huh? Alright. Winter Meat for the Jaina, which is solid always, and Tranquility upgrade with Serenity. Next seed, top right of the map. Realistically, blue side squad gives this. They get 20 talents here and then contest around the next objective, which should be more neutralized, or in a more neutral location. Well, actually, no. It would be top right, bottom left, because we had a bottom center. Now we're getting top right, so it should be on the left side next, actually. $95 on that Mithril Mace for the Leoric, by the by. Lafasia, that's literally how I remember it. I'm not exaggerating. Seinfeld is how I remember Malfurion's level 20. Mithril Mace is done. 20's almost here on the left side. It's just waiting for a wave to crash in, and that'll be it. That should be 20. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, no, it is. Okay. All right, Ignore Pain, Mixing Fire. You've got your Shadow Strike, Hellgate Diablo, and Cassia. Are you Infinite Ball? Rock Stopper? What are Titan's Revenge? What are you doing here, Cassie, at level 20? It is going to be the Rock Stopper. Activate to fully charge Avoidance and increase the armor value to 60 for 4 seconds. Losing Avoidance removes this bonus. Zeratul left side, fully invisible. Siege Giants for grab. Dino is going to be able to drop a Blizzard and clear those away.
Ready for gathering. I suggest you do it now.
So it is on left side, as we did discuss. Waiting to see what this is going to look like. Bottom lane does have a decent way pushing out, but top lane has a camp pushing in. Mid lane, Sonya's going to try and spin onto that. Druid's Might thrown into the bush. Dehaka now goes through the channel because Sonya and Zeratul are showing in respective lanes. Zeratul, sorry, not Zeratul, Jaina, Water Elemental. Dear Lord, Diablo. Kind of caught out right there. Druin's mic gets the dismount onto BRB Soaking, but the Entomb does not capture Sonya. Spear in. Dehaka chugged, mixing fire, reducing the healing, that minus 50.
Blue team's core is under attack.
Meanwhile, Jaina's working on a bottom right camp. Can she get this done before the enemy invades her? Bad Benny's gonna not pull the enemies towards the Jaina. So she'll get that. There's a minion wave crashing onto core through top lane. Catapult getting close. Sonya just working on a few of the siege giants. Jaina has a root. There's gonna be a high five from Lucio to mitigate the judgment. Tiny little stun. Yeah, 1.5 second stun. Ball lightning from Cassia. Push off from Lucio. And Exodia stack are having a couple flubbed moments in this very late game. Well, I guess late game. We're not really very late yet. We're still 17-18. What? Jaina takes down the Lucio. I was not. What? Sven is going to try and double back, but will be caught out by the Jaina. Never mind, just kidding. Everything was fine and dandy for Exodia stack. They just wanted to make the game a little more interesting for all of you at home. Right? Jaina grabs objective. Garden Terror. Exodia stack. Second time, by the way, that they're going to be summoning Garden Terrors. We have the Orc grabbing a camp. Mid lane is going to be pushed up by Jaina and friends. Tyrael up in 2 seconds. Abathur is slugging his way down mid lane. And then he's like, wait a minute, maybe I'll just shell this bush. I just want my Locust to, you know, be a little bit further forward and have a little more life duration. Midkeep is going to be taken down here. Top lane Garden Terror pushing through. Bottom lane being managed by the Sonya. Water Elemental with the Winter Mute level 20 and Tomb almost captures the Cassia. As Garden Terrors are on core. Ball lightning coming out from Cassia. There's going to be an Apocalypse onto Malfurion. We do have a Shadow Charge into Yasuo as well. Malfurion may go down, and the members of Exodia stack may fall, but it is Garden Terrors that will truly win the game for Exodia stack. GG, well played. 20-9 in kills. Exodia stack starts out this series with a very, very strong victory. I think they only lost 1 fort. Well, chat, you know the deal. We're gonna run some ads. If you're having a good time here, do consider subscribing. Every little bit helps us out. If you enjoy Heroes Casting and Commentary, this is a great place to support because we stream 6 days a week. We bring a lot of great games to all of your lovely faces and ears. So if you have the availability to start a sub, use a tier 2 or 3, or if you'd like to gift subs and help us hit the December Hades 2 speedrun sub goal, it's much appreciated. This way you guys don't miss any of the draft, and I can go get a cup of tea really quickly. Welcome back into map number 2 of our second 3-map series of the day. On the left-hand side, it's going to be the ImpromptuRoleSwapCrew. On the right side, it will be Exodia stack. We're going to see a Rhaegar first ban on the left-hand side, and Garrosh to be removed as well. Excuse me. Gosh. So, for Cursed Hollow, what are we going to be seeing draft-wise? Vikings are up. Samuro is up. We do know Sven likes to play as Samuro. Not 100% sure on the right side if there's anyone that's... I think Dehaka does play as Samuro as well. Obviously, Abathur cannot be played because he was played in the previous map, and so he is unavailable here. And Deathwing will be removed as well as the Rhaegar. Garrosh, and what do they want to remove as well? Right wing. They get rid of the global. Falstad is still up. Dehaka is tournament banned.
None shall
First
free my
pick
grasp.
snap immediately into a Medivh. Okay. What does Exodia stack want to do? They ran a hypercarry Jaina effectively in the last map. Curse Hollow quite big. Having a global is nice. They could go for an early Falstad. I don't think an early Falstad is damaging to your draft in any way, shape, or form. Diablo's been played. Muradin's up and available as well. Like, Muradin Falstad out the gate is not bad whatsoever. You got control. Well, Exodia stack only wants to play with 4 characters apparently. Just to be a perfectionist, sure, Ragnaros, that's, okay, cool. Yeah, sure. Everyone's favorite thing is when people constantly get on their ass about the most minuscule things and pronunciations.
Another battle.
Very enjoyable. Medivh, Muradin, Samuro. So there's that Samuro we were talking about. What do they want to ban out here, though? Probably going to be something in the healing department, I would assume. That'd be my guess. Get rid of Uther. Why the Uther, though? I mean, it really doesn't... It's not, like, that big for their draft. I would have thought something more like Deckard or Stukov could have been a little bit more beneficial of a ban, but the Uther, I guess... there is a lot of follow-up into the Stormbolt as well as the Umbral Bind. Stukov will be removed, okay. But you still have, gosh, Whitemane's still up, Ariel's still up, Deckard is still up, as I mentioned as well. I really like the Deckard Kane, actually. Deckard has a lot of decent control around the objective, poke as well. Realistically, Deckard works with both the compositions, as you do have a follow-up into Stormbolt and stuff like that, as well as Burrow Charge.
I heed the
I do
voice
get a
of
Tyrande, and there's that Falstad that we were kind of hoping for as well. Alright, so Sentinel value for scouting, you've got Lunar Flare, you got Huntress Mark as well to mark up the enemy. You're spelling on the prediction. Wasn't trying to be a dick. Says the person with the name Ragnaros and Stitches Suck. Uh-huh. Sure. Oh my god. Whitemane will be grabbed with the Greymane and the Samuro, Muradin.
My hatred is unending.
And that'll be a Illidan to wrap up the draft on the right side. Technically a double global if we do get into a Hunt Illidan. I like the draft of ImpromptuRoleSwapCrew, but Exodia stack kind of have a I'm gonna run you down composition sort of thing. It is kind of just get run down.
Prepare yourself for battle, hero.
Welcome on in, map number 5 today. Anyways, second map in this series, we are going to be getting into Curse Hollow. It is going to be Exodia stack on the right-hand side with Yasuo on your Tyrande. You've got a Bloodcool playing a Falstad. Dequaza is Illidan. Bad Benny on the Nubarak, and Dino is going to be your Phoenix. Left-hand side of the map is going to be ImpromptuRoleSwapCrew with your BRB soaking Samuro.
One.
Sven will actually be on
Let
the
the
Maiev.
battle
Hunter Orc
begin.
playing that white main, Porky on the Muradin, and Vasilio will be on the gray main as the first Sentinel is a double hit with the Ranger. You've actually got your Battered Assault for the Illidan. It is Legion of Beetles for Anubrak, Frequent Flyer, as well as your Arsenal Synergy. And you've got your Pity the Frail. It is going to be Samuro Wave the Blade, level 1, so it's going to be the armor debuff, by the way. Physical armor debuff. Nice Memento. Greymane does pick up Viciousness, and Muradin with Dwarf Block. Alright, well. Level 1's out of the way. Sentinel crossing the map. Just back and forth between Muradin and Anubrak in the bottom lane. Illidan into Samuro. It's going to be an interesting back and forth between the two of them. More Sentinels being thrown out from Toronto, was scouting out this camp, but it was already grabbed earlier and is moving into the top lane wave. Still just the back and forth between Bad Benny and Porky. Stormbolt missing. Burrow charge initiation. The mini wave is here. Illidan does go down to the Maiev in top lane. I did see Falset flying down here, and I was thinking this was where the fight or the first kill would be, but no, top lane Maiev with the help of looks like White Mane as well. We're able. Oh, Yasu. Lunar Flare goes out. Yasu taken down. An early double kill picked up by ImpromptuRoleSwapCrew. Wowee. And Martyrdom. Sorry, no, not Martyrdom. That's later on. That's a level 20 icon. Indulgence. Gain 5% movement speed and increase this by any additional 5% for each active seal. Okay. It's just White Mane that gets the 5% though. A little bit of mobility for her to back away in case Dino on the Phoenix wants to run them down, because that is the one thing that Phoenix does do well. It is stick to people, much like Zeratul, and the sustained damage can be awfully, awfully difficult to deal with. Nice teleport out from Dino, little unicorn spray as well. Mostly just working on the wave, level 4s. He does go into Reverberation for that attack speed debuff, but it doesn't matter if you're not able to actually thunderclap the ground. Dino and friends take down Muradin. 2-1 in kills. As Exodia stack find their first kill. The Twitch prediction closing out in 1 second. A little late on my end to remind people, but that's okay. Sentinel from the bottom of the map hits Hunter Orc, but it comes just a little too late. Hunter Orc gets the channel of the first of 3 tribute points. The bottom lane Fort Gate pushed in by Exodia stack. More Sentinels being thrown across the map, this time towards top. No one's going to be hit by that one. As we do have top lane Fort Gate pushed in. That Illidan did die earlier, and that Samuro was constantly applying pressure. And it looks like Samuro is going to just chill. Not going to be attacking the wave too much, just kind of neutralizing things. And that keeps Illidan stuck back by his fort. Over here, we're not 5 minutes in yet. No bosses available. Next tribute will be top left of the map. Samuro will be chasing onto Dequaza a little bit. Those auto attacks, they are hurting. Swaps to the mirror image on the left-hand side. Able to break away after getting some pressure onto Illidan health bar. Maybe a fight in bottom lane to break out. Greymane has got some good sustained damage into Dino. The Gilnean cocktail's not enough. Falset takes down Maiev. Just above. Oh, a misplay from the members of ImpromptuRoleSwapCrew. You know what's a good breakfast, Ninja? Chinese food. Because then you can have it for dinner later. Samuro will get top left. 2 out of 3 tribute points. Illidan working on top lane wave. We've had a lot of 3-0 series in the group stage, and I'm just hoping that maybe this one can break the mold, because it's just been a lot of... like, especially when you get to map number 3, it really feels like the team that's down is just kind of like, all right. They're not giving up, but you can definitely see the momentum has shifted. There was like a shining moment in our last 3-map series in map number 3 with Ross Pierredal. They were getting really high on the Stitches regeneration globes. And then the enemy team is like, you know what? I think we should just end the series, and they just ran at the core and won. So, I really did think if that game did progress like another 2-3 minutes, I really did think Ross Beardo could have made something happen, but a good call from Nameless Kings in that map number 3. Smurro, by the way, with the crushing blows. Smurro basic attacks against heroes, reduce critical strike cooldown by 2 seconds. Critical strike against heroes, increase Smurro basic attack damage by 10% for 4 seconds, up to 30%. Blade Storm Smurro, I was kind of expecting it. Did seem like Smurro was doing a lot of wave clear. Illusion Master is really nice, but BRB Soaking will just be going for this. Sentinel gets a hit. A new Bright Burrow Charge misses the hunt from Illidan into a Planet Cracker of Hunter Orc, who steps to the side because big beams are stupid. Go for the throat, Scarlet Aegis, Containment Disc, Haymaker. I mean, Porky Haymaker, not surprising. As well as the Planet Cracker, Gust, Cocoon, Starfall, and Hunt Illidan. All said, barrel rolling to the side. There's an Umbral Bind onto Medivh. Even though she's in the Cocoon, she actually still Umbral Binds. The Blade Storm breaks them out. Falstad and Phoenix do go down. Dehaka hit with the Storm Bolt, and they will be launched into the sky. There's a Containment Disc onto the Tyrande. There will be an Umbral Bind to pull her back in, and White Mane autos. Will actually be Medivh autos to take down Tyrande, but that is going to be Curse against the members of Exodia stack as they lose 4 members. Top lane Siege Giants pushing in. Falstad flies to top. Muradin jumps over the wall, starts working on the fort and the minion wave since they're all 1 HP. And this is a really good shining moment for ImpromptuRoleSwapCrew. Top fort goes down. Bottom fort should be taken down. No Thunderclap on the wave, really? Huh. Illidan shows in bottom. And Muradin's going to come back for the experience, and he'll assist in taking down the fort. Or he'll just be present for the fort to fall. Back over in the mid lane. Smurro with a few autos into Phoenix. Chunks through the shielding. Chunking onto Phoenix, though. Teleport over the wall. The Burrow Charge from Anubarak. Onto BRB Soaking. Sentinel hits. Cocoon is there. And, Chad, it's just that easy. You just gotta find the real Smurro and then kill them.
The curse is over.
No way! Are you serious? Oh, man. Well, that's aggravating. Illidan's lost in bottom during all of that. Sentinel scouts out the enemy on the boss. The question is, this boss is rapidly being taken down. Smurro will kind of maneuver mirror images towards the enemy boss. Nah, they won't be able to. Okay, I was thinking they could maybe boss and then rotate top and steal. No, 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 no. The damage is fast and good. Onto that top lane boss. Smurro mirror images. Scout out. The real Smurro kind of pivoting just above the mid lane. Porky's grabbing this camp with the help of Hunter Orc. And your boss in bottom lane is going to be slapping onto the keep gate. Boss in top lane. Smurro doesn't reduce armor of this, does he? It's only heroic armor, I believe, right? Yeah, enemy heroes. It is specific, okay. Because I know, like, for example, Tyrande can use Huntress Mark on Immortals. Yeah, reveal a non-structure enemy and reduce their armor. So that's a little bit of a different verbiage on that one. All right, Keep Gate gets taken down. Or sorry, Fort Gate gets taken down. No damage onto the structure. Siege Giants pushing out. Bottom lane, the boss did not get a ton of value, as our next objective will be bottom center neutral position. But with a 7-2 in kills, it is going to be a level and a half lead over to the left-hand side of ImpromptuRoleSwapCrew. If you're curious about that experience breakdown, there you go. Look at that. Minions is about 2K. Mercenaries about a little over 1,000. Heroes is the big one, though, at about 3,300. And so in total, you've got about 7k difference. Tribute spawning. We've got Siege Giants in top. Bruiser camp in mid. Medivh is soaking bottom lane, and that's 16 talents here on the left-hand side. So we do have the lashing out with the harsh discipline. Dwarf block, dwarf launch, and heavy impact combination. Haymaker onto a Nubarak! And I actually do think they needed that Haymaker there. It was just to kind of lock him up against the wall. I think he was about to burrow charge out. Either way, another kill goes over to ImpromptuRoleSwapCrew. They get that channel on the low side. I think Medivh got the objective. Planet Cracker. Wow, look at that. Whoa, look at that value! Sarcasm. Gust from Falstad as the containment disc does land onto Illidan. Medivh is gonna get assistance from Porky. Dwump launches in. Falstad goes down. The Haymaker onto Yasuo. And Greymane rolls on in. Thank God they had Planet Cracker there, chat. What an amazing heroic. Oh, dude, now you can 100-second cooldown as well. Whoa!
The choice is simple.
All right, well, Samuro's going to continue soaking out lanes. You got a minute 42 on bottom left boss, a minute 52 on top lane boss. Can you show the Planet Cracker value? Yeah, it looks like this. It looks like this. Nothing. Ha It's going to be level 18 to 16 talents here coming through on the right side. It should be 2 out of 3 tribute points on the left for the crew of ImpromptuRoleSwapCrew. And I'm still giggling about the cocoon onto Samuro in mid lane where he didn't die. I'm still, like, laughing about that. That he I was like, I wonder if he'll pop mirror images after cocoon and be able to back away, and there it is. Greymane gets the left side camp. That boss in bottom lane, 54 seconds. Boss in top, just about a minute now. All right, so next tribute is going to be on the bottom right of the map. It technically is the positioning is in favor of Exodia stack, but they don't have a mid or bottom port to retreat to. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do see ImpromptuRoleSwapCrew go for this. If they don't, then they're going to be just trying to get to 20. Is my assumption. They have Siege Giants pushing top lane. The mini wave is pushed up a little bit as well. Mid lane is crashing beyond the rubble of the fort. The trajectory looks like they want to go for objective. Muradin will face check the bush. The mirror image is coming in as well. Samuro on the left-hand side. Nubarak with an impale. Beta Barbs was the level 4. As you see those still persisting on the ground. Sentinel from the Tyrande. Hunt from Illidan got vision from that. The Scarlet Egg is immediately activated by the White Man just before that connects. For the 40 armor and the 633 healing currently. 60-second cooldown on that bad boy. But as I mentioned, it's going to be the Harsh Moonlight plus the Empower. You have the Ranger as well. And it does look like, yes, this objective will be picked up by the side of Exodia stack. They get their first curse point of the entire map. Top lane, we have Siege Giants plus Catapult. Minions are on the tower line as well. Boss and bottom will be started. Indeed. Sentinel thrown from Tyrande. Porky has to, I mean, they can probably derive, okay, the direction it hit me from, they're probably on their boss. We're on our boss. Another Sentinel will be thrown out, and it gets a chunk of damage onto Porky. There's going to be Hunter Orc getting that, the boss. And this is top left position with 20 talents here. The assumption is that ImpromptuRoleSwapCrew gets this uncontested. Level, ooh, I mean, it makes sense with the Greymane build. We have the Alpha Killer, and we'll see the Tooth and Claw. I've been seeing a lot more Unfettered Assault with Wizened Duelist, Alpha Killer, and Tooth and Claw as of late. Blunderbuss still, I'd say, is probably the more popular, but it's just cool to see a little bit more variety on your Greymane players. It is going to be Scarlet Crusade for the White Mane as the double Stormbolt from Porky into the Haymaker. Rewind value. Good night, Phoenix. And As this is Curse, Muradin, Dwarf launching in, Containment Disc onto the Tyrande. You do have a Gust from Falstad, Illidan able to dive around as the top lane fork fell against the side of ImpromptuRoleSwapCrew. Scarlet Crusade activated. Falstad falls. Boss is on core, and it is looking like the members of ImpromptuRoleSwapCrew are going to upset, and they will take a map off of Exodia stack, and they'll get us a 1-1 score here in today's second of three-map series. GG, well played. Let's get set up for map number 3 in this awesome back and forth. Ten kill difference. Report Maev and Porky for, Sven and Porky for feeding. And there we go. Well, you guys know the spiel. It's Sunday. It's the last stream day of the week. We've got 13 subs for our December Hades 2 speedruns. If you'd like to help us hit that sub goal, it'd be super duper appreciated. It is kind of the sub goal we're pushing to hit today, so if you happen to have the availability to gift a sub, resubscribe, start a tier 1 if you'd like to do tier 2 or 3, or continue a gifted sub, anything like that helps us out a ton, especially if you also have a Prime Gaming. If you have that available, it's a great place to donate it, as we do have great emotes, stream 6 days a week, a lot of great content, and of course, if you use your Prime Gaming, John Cena shows up at the Jeff Bezos' house and delivers a close-handed slap to, well, your choice of body part. Welcome, everybody, into Infernal Shrines, map number 6 of our 9 maps today, and we are going to get into it with a first pick over on the right side of Exodia stack. The left side will be map choice of the ImpromptuRoleSwapCrew. And let's see how this Infernal Shrines game goes. We had a really strong game for Exodia stack in map number 1. And this is going to be ImpromptuRoleSwapCrew having a really strong Curse Hollow map. That was such a good shutdown. I really did think that Exodia stack were going to just run it down and have sustained damage and just have this like dive, stun, burst, sustain, and it all just went into the trash can, much like Phoenix the character. Rhaegar will be banned away on the right side of Infernal Shrines. As we get into this map, there are 33 heroes unavailable between the 20 that were played on maps 1 and 2 and the 13 that are tournament baseline banned. If you'd like to know those 13 characters, you can use !MM or !bracket. The bracket command will take you over to Liquipedia, which does have the breakdown of which characters were banned on what weekend. We started the tournament last weekend. Group stage day 1 and 2 with 11 heroes banned away. This weekend, Chromie and Sylvanas were added in. Next weekend, a few more heroes will be added in as well, if I'm not mistaken. And it should max out to 25, as a ban is going to be ignored or missed by accident. I'm not 100% sure on that. Kaldor did sort of, I wouldn't say yell, but did point out that, you know, in the first map of this series, there was ImpromptuRoleSwapCrew, I believe, was banning heroes that were already banned away. So that way, technically, the pool isn't getting smaller in the draft. Because, like right now, 37 heroes should be banned away. 33 plus the 4 at the top of the screen. I'm assuming they're talking in the in-game draft, and they're saying, okay, our second ban is actually this, so there should be 37 heroes banned away. But a first pick Garrosh is absolutely massive on the right side. First pick Garrosh is humongous as Bandit keeps licking his legs. So we will see Garrosh on the right side. Is there any consideration for a Tychus at some point in this draft? Or maybe, oh, you know what? You know it'd be really nice for ImpromptuRoleSwapCrew? Zul'jin. Now, Zul'jin's Shrine Clear is not the best, but Grievous Throw build with the No Mercy at 16 is massive into Garrosh. And that's kind of the direction I'd like to see ImpromptuRoleSwapCrew go.
Wait till they get alone. I shall do what I must.
So Kerrigan will be picked up with the Alexstrasza, With the Alexstrasza, oftentimes Mephisto is grabbed. Unless the members of Impromptu Role Swap Crew plan on getting Mephisto, I think that's a solid pickup for Exodia stack. You have Durance of Hate, which can play into the Garrosh and Kerrigan really well. You have the Circle of Life level 1, so you're able to spawn regeneration globes after the 15 globes are gathered with abundance. Malthael being removed. That leads me to believe that they're going to be building quite a thick composition. Like, I think it might be main tank, 2 bruiser, hyper carry. You could actually, yeah, because you could get a bruiser that's really good on the shrine, and then you could still Zul'jin it. I really like the idea of the Zul'jin here. Now Gannis will be removed as well. Okay. Alright, so what does the latter half of these drafts look like? Oh, Kel, I want it, but I don't think we're gonna get it. I as much as I want it, I don't see it in the mix. Also, good morning, bud. How you doing today? Good morning, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us. Glad you're enjoying all the content in the games.
We will forge
Mephisto and Varian. Okay, Wave clear is decent. I don't know what they pick up in this last slot, though. I like the idea of a sustained damage dealer, like the Zul'jin, as I mentioned. I don't know if they're going to really do that, though. I feel like it's just going to be some...
I play to win.
I feel like it's going to be like a Thrall or Imperious. But, I mean, Mephisto does have percent-based damage. I still think the Zul'jin is brilliant here. It's never Cho, but it should be. We did have a Cho'Gall yesterday. I literally was like, it's definitely going to happen. And then it did in the 1-2 slot. I don't know what they're going to do here. Tracer. And I know this is the sustained damage, but... I feel like Garrosh is going to have a very fun game, and I don't think there's much to deal with him realistically. Unless Zul'jin was that second ban... I'm not really crazy about this comp. I'd be voting for Exodia stack if I was Twitch gambling on my own channel, but I can't. I cannot. But you can, chat. You've got 3 minutes and 45 seconds to get your gambles in, everybody. Get your predictions in. Map number 6. We have one more 3-map series after this, so 4 maps in total, including this one, as we load on into Infernal Shrines. And let's see how things go. Impromptu Role Swap Crew with your Porky Variant, Hunter Orc, Brightwing, a Sven, Tracer, BRB soaking Yrel, and we'll see Vasilio playing Mephisto. Right side of the map, gonna be Exodia stack. You've got your Dayquaza Diva, Dino on the Kerrigan, Yasu will be the Royal Thickness Alexstrasza. You've got Blood playing Gul'dan, and Bad Benny on the Garrosh, as it's a body check Garrosh. Flames of Fury for the Alexstrasza. You're going to be seeing your Gul'dan pick up his Pursuit of Flame, Fury of the Swarm, and Full Metal Diva. Light of Karabor for your Yrel, by the way. No Dauntless this game. Hypershift Brightwing, Overpower for Varian. So when parry blocks an enemy hero attack, Heroic Strike cooldown is refreshed, and the next one does 40% more damage. You've got your Furious Spark and the 1-2 punch for the Tracer. Level 1's discussed. Minion Wave is already cleared away by Exodia stack, and Mephisto will catch the remaining soak in the lane. Right side camp has started. Sven burning some blinks over to the camp. And they'll start this out, but it looks like there's an invade beginning. Bad Benny running at the enemy. Porky on this Varian. He's not a real boy! Body check applied. Hyper Shift mitigated by 30% of Hyper Shift mitigated. Varian goes down. Oh my god, the ally toss is gonna save Blood, who hugs into Mephisto. But Gul'dan still goes down. Mephisto getting credit for the kill. Skull Missiles raining in. Tracer has some sustained damage. And she'll blink in onto Bad Benny. Polymorph. And Sven thought about it. What does ImpromptuRoleSwapCrew stand for again? It stands for ImpromptuRoleSwapCrew, Zach. Come on. How you doing today? It's Sunday. It's about to be my day off. I'm flaming chat ever so slightly. Porky getting body blocked by Diva, the polymorph, the phase shift. Porky will get the phase shift in time. The Fell Flames, the Flame Buffets as well. Yeah, Flame Buffets from Alexstrasza connecting onto Porky. Is it full E-build Alexstrasza? Oh my god, I think it is. That's... I'm excited. So, Flames of Fury, the E-build Alexstrasza is actually really interesting. We don't get it very often just because usually, like, this is kind of an ARAM build when you're the second healer. Reduce the mana cost of Flame Buffet from 50 to 40, hitting 20 burning heroes with Flame Buffet to get the quest completed. Dino on this character is so very low. The Gul'dan Fell Flames are flying on in, but Sven won't get taken down. So the reward, after you finish this, hitting a burning hero with Flame Buffet reduces Dragon Queen cooldown by 5 seconds. And then, like, level 20 for Alexstrasza, you can get it where the Dragon Queen, when you auto-attack as Dragon Queen, you apply Flame Buffet so you can get cooldown in Dragon Queen. It's honestly wild. Well, if it's any consolation, Zach, I don't remember the comment at all. My Saturdays are very, very long, so they're all kind of a blur post 5 p.m. Mephisto poking out here and there. It does look like first objective will be picked up by Exodia stack. Kerrigan was in the mid-bottom rotations, I think, trying to get more for level 4 stacks. That's going to be a Primal Grasp into Impale. The Facial from Brightwing comes through. The Indomitable is going to be there. Body check onto Hunter Orc. It looked like Hunter Orc was trying to get through the enemy gate. I'm pretty sure Hunter Orc knew where they were on the map, but it just looked like Brightwing was trying to get through the enemy gate to retreat. Punisher jumps over onto Variant. Porky trying to back away. Diva dunks in a Mecha Explosion. Garrosh with the into the fray on the Mecha Explosion. Gets the damage into Mephisto. Top 4 is completely taken down. Tracer trying to back away. Alexstrasza, keep in mind that level 4 increased the Flame Buffet slow from 40% to 50% and no longer decay. And then Fire Within, hitting a burning here with Flame Buffet, heals Alexstrasza for 10% of her maximum health. As Hunter Orc, Yasuo's got like no mana, no HP, well, relatively no HP, and it's Hunter Orc who gets taken down the left-hand side by Gul'dan damage over time. Wow. Kerrigan, Primal Grasp into Impale, Groundbreaker, Flame Buffet. Tracer's the one that gets thrown, but she recalls immediately. And if you can believe it, only 14 stacks so far of the 24 of Alexstrasza. But the heroics are here on the right side with 6-1 in kills. A level lead is definitely formed as 9 just ticks over for ImpromptuRoleSwapCrew. Lifebinder, Ultralisk, Micro Missiles, Warlords Challenge, and Gul'dan is horrifying. There was a small hold, and I was like, please go Rain of Destruction. It would be so funny. Next Punisher is frozen in the bottom lane. Impaler can't push it up. Groundbreaker finds the Urel. Varian looking for a taunt target. As Diva boosts around. Micro Missiles activated. Diva will lose mech. Aquaza trying to back away. Warlord's Challenge. Alexstrasza pops Dragon Queen. And Urel goes down. A half a kill for a full Urel. Minion Wave inspired. Garrosh running at the enemy mounted, dismounted by that Mephisto. Soothing Mist from Brightwing did not get the cleanse. What the hell just happened? Did Soothing Mist not actually activate? It didn't. I don't think it did. Because I don't see any Soothing Mist healing. It must have been interrupted. That's an interesting one right there. Rel with the Avenging Wrath in. Unable to find any connections. It is Durance of Hate, Sticky Bomb, Blink Heal, Shield Wall, and your Ardent Defender. And bottom objective, it's like, it's gonna be a little after 7 minutes. Like, very, very shy after 7. Look at that. It's like it's my job. See, Blizzard, this is why you hire me for BlizzCon. Garrosh, I'm sorry. Got taken down right there. He drops a chair on the ground. Taunt immediately on Alexstrasza. Defense Matrix is there as well. The Pulse Bomb activated. Circle of Life denied, or the Abundance Heal is denied. As Mecha Explosion comes through. Zones a little bit. Alexstrasza getting chased by Urel, but there's going to be the turn of tables. The allies jump on in. The Ardent Defender finds no value. As Tracer, Mephisto, and Varian all fall a sort of situation. Ally toss into the fray onto Dino. And a polymorph from Brightwing's like, nah, dude. Toss Groundbreaker again. Tracer blinking in with a bit more sustained damage. Garrosh body check. Pulse Bomb applied to him. That Frozen Punisher maneuvering in through bottom lane right now. A 12 kill difference. Alexstrasza level 1 is completed. She is going to take Dragon Scales at level 13. Garrosh is trying to find a Groundbreaker. Porky looking to back away. The Micro Misses for another slow. Punisher doing its thing in bottom lane. Steve a boost into Fort Gate, or Keep Gate. Micro Missiles coming through once again. A lot of sidewall and such damage. And the Punisher at about 50%. Jumps over onto Varian. Kerrigan ravages in. Varian with a shield wall, able to back away. Taunt from Garrosh lands in the Tracer. She'll blink away. Brightwing with some blink heals around. Bottom keep is going to take some damage, but it will not be taken down unless a few kills are found. But it's a 3-level difference, by the way. Talenteer advantage on the right side as we do have Alexstrasza popping Dragon Queen. Defense Matrix activated by the D.Va. 4-5 from Gul'dan. D.Va boosts in. And that'll be Gul'dan taking down Brightwing. D.Va finds the Urel kill. Sven looks for the Pulse Bomb on a Blood Pool, who will get a Life Binder. And he starts working on the bottom lane keep. Another Finland into Porky. DNA player is gonna be fine for now. He's not gonna need to get his passport out, but there is gonna be bottom lane Fort keep taken down, sorry. Mid keep is being worked on as well. A few Lion Fangs from Varian, a charge, no taunt activation. Mid keep dropped to about 40%. Next objective is gonna be the top lane. Sven so very low on this Tracer. Blinks and taps well. Warlord Challenge from the Garrosh. The Crystals from Kerrigan was activated as well. She does not have a whole lot of mana. Gets a Lifebinder from the Alexstrasza. Groundbreaker from Garrosh does get a hit onto Porky. Dehaka will lose their mech. The D.Va pilot is trying to back away. No pilot mode, no good to go. But Porky and Sven are so low they can't step up. And D.Va will get a big shot at the tail end of this engagement. Ooh, this is just looking like absolute control and dominance from Exodia stacking map number 3 of today's second series. Diva gets her mech back. Mid and bottom do have camps pushing in. And we're probably, I think, 30 seconds from the objective. Maybe a little bit less. It's getting pretty close for objective time. Third one of the map will be Arcane in the top lane. Diva boosting in for a moment. Little micro missile poking into the enemy team. Bad Benny. Anchoring. Looking for the groundbreaker over the wall. Finds nothing. Taylor camp is pushed up. Kerrigan. Primal grasp into Impale. Very charged taunt onto Diva. Kerrigan tries to find that aggressive pull, or maybe more so like a sneaky pull. And by the way, Gul'dan is rampant Hellfire level 16, so the more you can sit there and just land Fell Flames into the enemy, the more you can sustain that bonus and really chunk onto structures and enemy heroes too. Micro missiles, looking to take down mid lane keep. Structure at a few, maybe less than 2,000 HP. Oh, it's actually 3,200. A little more hardy there. Bottom lane is a decent wave pushing up. 16 talent here, just now coming through on the side of. Oh wait, hold on. That's going to be Toss Groundbreaker into Urel. She will get the Ardent Defender. Garrosh is the one to be taken down by Varian. Nice chunk. ImpromptuRoleSwapCrew get a kill before this objective. I got that 16. I mean, armor debuff with Templar's Verdict. You've got percent-based damage with Static Field now as well. Tracer does have the heavy-handed for armor reduction. Critterize for armor reduction. This 16 is massive. As we have another charge. Taunt into Kerrigan. Lifebinder will activate. Minus 40 healing onto her, but still some healing onto Dino from that. We do have Mephisto Skull Missile landing in. It is Fury Spark level 13. I mean, look at these waves. Mid lane wave crashing near the keep. No catapult, but there's one on the way. Top lane does have a catapult, and it's not fixated onto the structure. Bottom lane is approaching into core as the objective is going to be... Looks like Brightwing is going to hearth back. She should have phase shift after she deals with bottom. It is 4v4 since Gul'dan is currently still respawning. Pulse Bomb, taunt. Dino is very low, looking for assimilation shields, but will be taken down. Diva Mech Explosion zones the enemies out of the lane, but here comes Urel with an Avenging Rat. Diva boosts to the side. Varian with a Lion's Fang. Lifebinder activated once again from the Alexstrasza. Getting close to 20 talents here on the right. Catapult in mid will take down this keep. Micro missiles into the face of Hunter Orc. Porky low. Yasu gets thrown to the side. Mephisto wants to get the kill, and Alexstrasza Mephisto will be traded. There's that Draconic Discipline. Increase the Dragon Queen duration by 6 seconds. Basic attacks healed for 50%. There's that Ancient Flame. While Dragon Queen is active, Alexstrasza basic attacks apply Flame Buffet. Body check, inner rage, level 20. Are you serious? I love to see it. Haunt Gul'dan, level 20 upgrade. Timing attack from Diva, by the way, for those Micro Missile upgrades. And what is Kerrigan going to look for at her 20? Gul'dan, few Fell Flames thrown in. BRB Soaking is like 2 hits to take down this Gul'dan. He gets polymorphed. He gets picked off. Garrosh falls as well. Map number 3 is falling apart for Exodia stack post 16 for... Oh my god. For the ImpromptuRoleSwapCrew. I'm reeling from this 16 pivot. All right, look at the experience breakdown. Not 8 to 19 in kills. And there's a 3,000, less than 3,000 difference in favor of ImpromptuRoleSwapCrew. Late game, heroic kills, pulling in more experience. And there's a possibility where this could be a turnaround for the blue crew. Varian charge taunt into Kerrigan. She has to use Psionic Shift level 20. We were waiting for her to see what she was going to grab, if it was going to be Psionic Shift. Actually, honestly, I don't think I'd see Kerrigan's not take Psionic Shift anymore. It's pretty much the only 20 that I mean, there is a Tarask, if memory serves right, but we don't really get Tarask ever. And we don't see Assimilation Blades either, and, yeah, no one takes Maelstrom. No one takes that Heroics, you'll never see Omega Storm. Micro missiles to Scout. Banner comes down. Gul'dan with a Fell Flame into this. By the way, body check. So body check gains an additional charge, and its healing reduction is increased by an additional 45%. It's a 75 healing debuff. Because baseline is 30 for 3 seconds. 75% healing debuff for 3 seconds is massive. And you got 2 charges now. Warlord's Challenge, Ultralisk, Dragon Queen, Brightwing goes down, Bad Benny gets the Life Binder, Sven now trying to recall, there's going to be a Mecha Explosion that takes down Mephisto, Tracer falls as well, Yrel on the right side is going to try and get away from Yasuo, but keep in mind, Yasuo has this buffet build as Yrel is going to take a tower shot or 2, she'll be taken down in the end, and I'm just curious what Yasuo's cooldown is, 96 seconds of the 150, that is a... And a good attempt from the members of ImpromptuRoleSwapCrew in this late game. They had Exodia stack sweating for a little bit, but this is going to be map number 3 in our second 3-map series today. Going over to Exodia stack. GG, well played. A fantastic back and forth. A hairy late game, but it's not something Exodia stack couldn't figure out and pivot to win. Yo, what's up, Callie? Good to see you, bud. Now go boost that Twitter post, chat. Yes, indeed. Exclamation BlizzCon. Or go and, you know, interact with the tweet from this morning, too. That helps us out. What's up, Kalamasi? Good to see you. GG's, everyone. And you know what, everyone?
Good news, everyone!
We still have 3 more maps today. We still have 3 more maps. We're 13 subs away from our goal. If you'd like to help us hit that, it is super duper appreciated. You know the dealio. If you want to start a tier 1 sub or gift subs, if you want to use your Prime Gaming. If you'd like to get a jump scare every month with a tier 2, or if you'd like to see the best tier 3 alert in all of Twitch, do consider it. We're going to run some ads, and we're going to get ready for our final 3-map series of the day. We are going to be having,